Hi, I'm Crystal, the mum behind Chekoh Babycarriers. So today we're just filming a little video to help you along your journey in wearing our wraps and slings. A few little tips and tricks and pointers that might help you achieve a more comfortable carry, or if you're just starting out, just something to give you a little bit of extra oomph to help you wear your baby safely. The benefits of wearing your baby are just amazing. It's not only, for some people it's a necessity, but for some people, you know, it's just a first time thing they've never done before. So we're hoping that this will increase everyone's awareness, encourage more mums to wear their babies and reap all those amazing benefits and keep their little ones closer for longer. So one of the main points when you're wearing your wrap or tying your wrap is the correct tension that you have when you tie your wrap onto yourself. So we'll go through that with you now. Our wraps are made with a bamboo spandex blend, so they are stretchy, so that your wrap does need to be tight. Now, I'll go ahead and show you. So to wrap your wrap, you're going to start with your centre tag high, just underneath your bust. It's not down on your hips, it's not on your waist, it's up high underneath your bust. I always like to hold the fabric out so it doesn't get any tangles or twists in it. I'll then pass that around to my back, to my other hand. Stretch them out so the fabric stays flat and over your shoulder. Back round to the front, centre your tag again, do the same with the opposite side. So hold that fabric out nice and flat, pass it around your back to your shoulder, or to your other hand and up over your shoulder. Around to the front again, that shoulder pass goes underneath the waistband in front as well. So that's as hard as it gets when you're tying your wrap. The tricky part here, is to get the right tension for your wrap. So to pull down on your two shoulder passes, this will tighten the wrap and the waist belt. Your baby's going to sit into these two shoulder passes, into these pockets. So if your wrap is too loose, the baby's going to sit down low and stretch those pockets down. So you need to have your pockets and your wrap tied here nice and tight, the correct tension, so the baby will stretch those pockets out. So the tighter that you pull down on these two shoulder passes, the higher and firmer your baby's going to sit in your carry. So once you get the right tension, a lot of factors come into play here as well. The size of the mum, the size of mum's breast, the size of your baby. So it really is it's a personal fit for our wrap carriers. So it can take a few goes for you to find the right fit and the right tension. But once you find it, you'll know exactly when your baby will be sitting nice and high and firm, nice and comfortable, and the two of you will be having a lots more enjoyable carry. Pull these down. Once you get the right tension, you're going to cross them over and tie off. So I'm a bit bigger, so I can just get my wrap round to the back in a double knot. Some mamas are a little bit smaller, so they can get their wrap back round to the front and tie it at the front if they wish. They can also tie it at the back. You can tie it in a bow, you can tie it on the side. The main point in tying that wrap is to make sure that there's a double knot. So you'll see that this wrap is nice and tight on me. Now I'm not tying it tight around this band here to tie off. I'm tying it tight on the shoulder passes like we just went over. So once you get the right tension, you can do a quick check. We call it a prayer test. So you're going to have your two hands in the prayer position. You'll have them underneath the wrap in front, in that prayer position with your thumbs up against your chest. Now leaning forward with your fingers, you shouldn't be able to get your thumbs away from your chest without too much resistance. That's nice and tight. That's going to keep baby nice and high and firm. So once we've got the wrap on, make sure the fabric's not twisted. Everything's nice and flat against your body, the tag's centered, and it's nice and firm and tight. So now we'll just be popping the baby in. Okay, so one of the questions we got asked is how to carry a newborn and what's the best age to start wearing. So we recommend that you start carrying your baby from the moment they're born. Obviously, premature babies and babies with low birth weight need a little bit extra care, so it's also recommended to get some feedback from your practitioner and the doctor just to make sure that your little one's safe to be carried. Just with the little preemies, they have a lot of low muscle tone, so keeping their head up upright and a more supportive carry is also recommended. But if you're carrying an average sized baby, first of all, we'll tie the wrap on. tag centered. And the right stretch. So I'll just take, obviously I'm not going to use a baby of my own, I've got a friend's baby here. So Carla's got little Fox, and I'll pop in. How old's Fox? So Fox is 2 weeks old. Yeah. So start by popping baby up onto your shoulder. Now there's 2 pockets. The pocket inside closest to your chest is the pocket that you're going to start with first. So pop baby on the opposite shoulder. You're going to stretch your pocket out, and you're going to place baby in a little, I like to call it the koala position, which is also called a froggy position. So basically it's creating that M shape that your baby naturally sits in at such a young age. So you'll pop your baby into the first pocket closest to your chest. So one leg in. Now the fabric needs to reach from the back of one knee to the back of one knee. So make sure baby's supported at all times, and drop them into that seat with their little knee up, fabric from the back of one knee, all the way across, to the back of one knee on the other side there. You can also help support him by popping their little head under one side if they're willing to, keeping their face clear of any fabric and free to breathe. Once you get that one pocket in, you'll get stretch out your next pocket. Never bend your baby's legs, stretch the wrap down and over. So start at the corner and work your way across to the other corner there as well. So your baby's going to be sitting, make sure that fabric's out of his face. We've got hiccups. So the fabric's going to be reaching from the back of the knee to the back of the knee. Their bottom's going to be sitting lower than their bent knee. So his little knees are bent up here and his bottom's sitting down low. So that's how you want your baby in position. The next thing is to find the waistband with your Chekoh tag underneath. Gather that up in one piece and over baby's legs. Again, don't bend your baby's legs. Make sure that you're stretching out your strap, pulling that all the way up to the back of your baby's neck. The other thing, when you're getting a correct carry on a little newborn, is that you don't want to make your baby's legs stretch out. When we say baby's legs need to be bent up, we don't want them up and out, we want them up and tucked under their little bottoms. So it's a nice, gentle, natural carry for them. Again, make sure the fabric's not covering their face. And once he settles down a little bit into the carry, little Fox here will probably choose a side that he wants to go onto on my chest, and I'll just pop his little head back to encourage him off to night-nights. So yeah, make sure your carry's nice and tight. Baby won't be dropping, hands free. It's a little girl, just kidding. And they'll snuggle right into your chest. Okay, so another question is, how do we safely breastfeed in your wrap with your little one? Now, I won't be breastfeeding this little guy, but to show you how to do it in your wrap, there's 2 ways. You can wear your wrap and feed at the same time. I like to recommend that you do this in a seating position. That way, I want to feed now. That way your baby's supported at all times, because you do need to undo your wrap. So you'll undo that double knot at the back. As you're doing this, make sure that you are keeping baby supported. You're going to loosen your strap so that you can drop your baby down to feeding height. So once you've undone your wrap, at the back, you'll loosen off your shoulder straps. Make sure baby's always supported there with that hand. Wiggle them down to position, which would be breast height, obviously. Once you get them at the right height, just tighten it off as much as you can so it's nice and safe and supported, and then just retie. And retie with the double knot again. So he's at height, he can feed, this is what he wants. I'm sorry about that, I don't have any. And then, yeah, right height to feed. So then again, when you're ready to hop up and start traveling with your baby again, you need to just re-tighten your wrap again. So make sure, obviously, that the wrap is tight and the baby's sitting up nice and tight. The next option is to take baby out and feed with your wrap on. So you pop baby up onto your shoulder. Oh, sorry, darling. Don't want to get that. I want to feed with mum. So pop baby out. You can leave your wrap tight on, and you can nurse with your wrap still tight. Baby can come in and out. It's a pre-tie wrap, so the baby. You can also use your wrap as a little bit of a nursing cover for feeding as well. So yeah, 2 options to feed. It really does come down to a personal preference on which style you do. The main emphasis being on the safety of untying your wrap. Make sure you are seated when you're doing it, and then retying it back again once you do head off on the move with your little one after feeding. So wearing a newborn in a sling is a little bit different. Only in the carrier obviously, but the way the baby's sitting is also going to be the same. So the baby's going to be in that nice deep seated squat again. So you start with your rings high on your shoulder. You will pull them down as you're adjusting. You're going to pop your baby up onto your shoulder, keep them supported, and into the sling. So their little legs will go through the sling, through the other end there. Again, they're going to go into that deep seated squat. So pop a little bit of the fabric up and under between their legs to make a little seat for them to drop down into. We're not going to splay their legs out too far. We're just going to keep them nice, bent up nice and high, and their bottoms dropping down lower. So once you get them into that seated squat, then start adjusting your sling. To adjust your sling, the top rail, you pull the top rail close by pulling the top rail on the end of your sling, and you'll pull across your body. So that's going to keep them in here nice and firm. If you need to adjust your bottom rail, if it's a bit too loose, you'll get the bottom rail of your tail here, and you pull that across your body as well to bring that in a little bit tighter. That's sucking your thumbs there. There's two options you can do with the rest of your towel. We do have a pocket on ours, so you can pop your phone, you can pop your keys in there and pop in and out of willies. The other thing you can do is you can provide a little bit of head support for your little one by tucking this up and under to provide a bit of cushioning. And under like so. And that's a little bit of extra cushioning for your little newborn there. The other thing that you can do is you can cover up these rings if you feel they're getting in the way. And just keep making sure it's got the end position of the sling there. The other thing you can do is have your tail wrapping around the sling rings if you want them out of the way of your little one. So just grab the end of your tail and wrap and cover those up. Like so. So just two different styles of carry, same style of carry, but just two different ways you can use your tail with the excess fabric at the end there. This little guy wants a feed, but this is how you'll be carrying your newborn, with that nice deep seated squat, and make sure there's a nice little seat, deep seat there for him, so he's tucked up in there nice and safe as well. Nice supported back, close enough to kiss. And your rings are sitting in the corsage position on your shoulder there too. They're not too high, they're not digging in, they're not too low. It's just a nice, safe and comfortable carry. So with our wrap carriers, there is another way that you can carry, which some women actually do find a little bit more supportive or easier to do. So again, it's a personal preference. With our booklets, we do supply the instructions for a pocket wrap cross carry. So we're going to show you now a front wrap cross carry. So it's kind of like the inside out version of the carry that we have on our online video and our instruction booklet. So you'll start by centering your tag up high underneath your bust again. You're going to pop these up and over your shoulders, making sure the fabric's flat, just as you did with our original demonstration. But there's no need to pop the carrier, the shoulder passes underneath the belt in front, because your baby's actually going to be going under the waistband here, and then we'll be doing all our tightening and adjusting once they're in. So you can pull them a little bit tighter here. Baby's going to sit into the pocket. So support it up onto your shoulder. Just placing them into the waistband here in front. Sliding them down into that nice deep end position again, and having this all out to the back of your neck. Making sure they're always supported. Okay, now this is when you're going to try and keep one arm on your baby at all times here until you're tied off. You're going to tighten your shoulder passes. And they're going to go over baby from back of the knee to the back of the knee there, and then up and under the leg. And then the same with this shoulder pass here. So you're going to do all your tightening whilst baby's in the carrier. Nice and tight. Fabric going from the back of the knee across to the back of the knee here. So you should have those 2 passes under their legs, and then you can tie off here at the back again. Or the front, as we've said before, so double knot. Make sure the fabric's off baby's face. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. That end position's achieved. Again, this is a demo doll, but your little baby at home will probably go onto a nice deep seat with a bit more weight. And yeah, so a lot of mothers will actually prefer to do this carrier style because they can tighten the wrap while their baby in there rather than having to take baby out if they're finding it too loose or to retighten. It's a lot more simpler. So yeah, you've got 2 options. As I said, we do recommend the pocket wrap cross carry, which is in our instruction booklets and our online video demo, but you can certainly do this as a safe an extra style of carry. Okay, so that's a wrap. So I hope we've answered all of your questions today. If you did have any other questions or something we didn't cover or something you just wanted to clarify a little more, just make sure you pop on over to www.chekoh.com on our website and just look for the Contact Us tab, or contact us at info@chekoh.com.